G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website and YouTube channel Kangaroo Court of Australia. Now, the Queensland Police Service have stitched up one of their own employees for so-called anti-Semitic posts on social media. But there's two key elements that don't stack up. Firstly, the lead post they're referring to in court as the key evidence just isn't anti-Semitic at all. It's a frivolous and vexatious charge. And secondly, the police prosecutor tried to have bail refused over someone who's just posting on social media. Nuke, a member of the Queensland Police Service's Protective Services Group and a self-described anti-Zionist, has been charged with 41 counts of using a carriage service to menace, harass or cause offence over alleged anti-Semitic comments on social media. Now, I don't know what all the 41 charges are, but I assume they're for all individual posts on social media. The only one identified in reporting on the matter is a frivolous and vexatious charge at best. And I'll just read you out some of the reporting, then we'll have a look at the actual post. Now, the Sydney Morning Herald reported on the 5th of January 2026, a member of the Queensland Police Service is accused of dozens of charges of allegations he published in anti-Semitic comments for years, including on posts about 10-year-old Bondi massacre victim Matilda. Nuke, 50, from the Protective Services Group of the Queensland Police Service, was charged on Monday. And at a Brisbane court hearing, he self-described as anti-Zionist. Now, the ABC reported on the 5th of January 2026, Nuke, a Queensland Public Service Protective Services Group employee, was charged with 41 counts of using a carriage service to menace, harass or cause offence. An ABC article goes on to say, police prosecutor Matt Carlo told the court the posting was persistent and no doubt menacing and harassing to members of the community. Very anti-Semitic in my respectful submission and publicly available, he said. So how does a police prosecutor decide if it's menacing or harassing? The Sydney Morning Herald goes on to say in their article, police prosecutor Matt Carlo told the court that Nuke's alleged offending had spanned years. Nuke allegedly commented on a Threads post that featured Bondi shooting victim Matilda, saying Zionist scum. And they go on to quote the police prosecutor. And if anything, since the incidents at Bondi, it continues. Publishings of the young girl, Matilda, who was murdered in Bondi, a 10-year-old, and says allegedly, F you and F Israel, Carlo said. He seems to have shown no insight into the offending. He puts it down to free speech. But it's not free speech. It's completely offensive. It's inappropriate, Carlo told the court. And goes on to say the police prosecutor, Carlo, opposed Nuke's application for bail. So let's have a look at the reality, because what Carlo has told the court is totally misleading. It implies Nuke has trashed Matilda, the 10-year-old girl, and her reputation. Well, he hasn't. Now, the key post that they've identified, I'll put up on screen now. And the post is on Threads, which is a Twitter or X style of a social media site. And Nuke actually commented on a post by someone else, and we'll have a look at that post. And the post was by Menachem Warchheimer. And the post was 4 days ago, which makes it roughly the 2nd of January. And he says, Islamic extremism is the greatest threat to Australia's way of life. Bondi proved it. 10-year-old Matilda was murdered. 14 innocent civilians, others were murdered with her. The Albo MP, which is the Prime Minister, refuses a royal commission. And then he puts a picture of Matilda, the 10-year-old girl. So it wasn't Nuke who posted the picture of the girl. It was this other person, Menachem Warchheimer. And if you have a look at his Twitter account, or X account now, he's agitating other people. He's trying to incite other people. He identifies as a Zionist, which we'll have a look at in a minute. And the first comment that Nuke put on there was well explained. And he was responding to another person who commented, who was responding to Menachem Warchheimer. And Dwayne Jones says, Bud, get effed with the rough end of the pineapple. We don't need your divisive shit. Muslims are part of the land, just like everyone else in this country. It's bullshit like this that led to Bondi, scapegoating our Muslim community for 2 F-wits that did evil shit. It was a Muslim man that saved countless lives, putting his life on the line for strangers. Zionism is the biggest threat to world order, and you know it. Dwayne Jones is saying that in response to Menachem Warchheimer, who posted the picture of the 10-year-old girl Matilda. And Nuke says, well explained. But then Nuke posted his own comment in relation to Menachem Warchheimer's post and said, Zionist scum, F off. And that seems to be the post that is so-called anti-Semitic. But it's clearly not. It's clearly having a go at the Zionist. And if you read the media reports in the Sydney Morning Herald and the ABC, you get the impression that Nuke is having a go at the 10-year-old girl Matilda, which he's not. and you get the impression that he posted the picture of it, which he didn't. And it's my opinion that Menachem Wolsheimer, who posted the picture of the 10-year-old girl, Matilda, he should be charged. Because I find it offensive that he's using a picture of a 10-year-old girl to drive his political agenda. Now, the Sydney Morning Herald go on to say in their article, they quote the magistrate, there's a consistency to the theme underpinning the messaging that is self-described as being anti-Zionist. That is asserted to go beyond simply that and be anti-Israel broadly and to be expressed as being supported of prescribed terrorist organisations including Hamas, Hezbollah and Ansar Allah, which I've never heard of, Shalito said, which is the magistrate. I think it is demonstrable from every single one of them that any pro-Palestinian ideologies that might underpin the defendant's commentary is wholly outstripped by the nature of the comments and the acts that his comments are said to be supportive of, including repeated and recent acts of violence against persons, including in Australia, noting that there are comments responsive to posts about the recent Bondi attacks. Now, that's the magistrate basically outlining the case against Muammar Nuke, but that case is coming from the police prosecutor whose key piece of evidence really is frivolous and vexatious. That's Muammar Nuke commenting on someone else's post, someone else who had posted a picture of Matilda, the 10-year-old girl, which I found offensive. He should be charged with posting that picture of her and using that for his political agenda. Now, it's probably a very good chance that Menachem Wolsheimer is the one who made the complaint to the police. So let's have a look at another one of his posts from a couple of days ago, or yesterday. And I'll put it up on screen now. And it says, anti-Zionism is antisemitism, calling for the destruction of the world's only Jewish state and denying Jews the right to self-determination in their racial, religious, indigenous and ancestral homeland can only come from one place, hate. And he posted a picture. Anti-Zionism is antisemitism. Denying Jews the right to self-determination in their ancestral homeland is hate, not activism. That was published on January the 5th, 2026. And here's someone commented, Ted Soden, Wokaz, that's their name for Twitter, or on X as it's now known, and it says, F off with your bullshit. Sorry, the courts have already ruled on that. You lie and you lie and you lie. Calling for you to stop the genocide is not anti-Semitism. Calling out Israel is not anti-Semitism. And another person commented, Cole, a sociologist, and they said, Wertheim versus Haddad, and they're quoting a judgment from the Federal Court of Australia in 2025. And it says, the ordinary reasonable listener would understand that not all Jews are Zionists or support the actions of Israel in Gaza, and that disparagement of Zionism constitutes disparagement of a philosophy or ideology, and not a race or ethnic group. So that's Menachem Wolsheimer trying to confuse Zionism with anti-Semitism, and he's likely the complainant against Muammar Nuke. And if he is the complaint, he's probably pissed in the pocket of the police officer who took the complaint in Queensland. And the prosecutor doesn't seem to know what he's doing, especially given he tried to challenge bail for someone posting on social media. He's got to be kidding himself. And the key post he references when he's in court, well, it's frivolous and vexatious at best, and it's certainly not anti-Semitism, it's anti-Zionism. You can see it yourself. And he tries to blur the issue by referencing the picture of Matilda, the 10-year-old girl who was killed in the Bondi shootings. A lot of people get confused and think Muammar Nuke was disparaging against her, which he wasn't. He's clearly responding to Menachem Wolsheimer. And if you have a look at his accounts, especially on X, you'll see him winding up a lot of people, lying and deceiving and ducking and weaving, as I just read out some of the comments. Now, I haven't seen all the 41 charges against Muammar Nuke, so I can't comment on that. And possibly there are anti-Semitic comments in there, and maybe he is in a bit of trouble. I don't know. But what I'm saying is the key one, and you'd expect it to be one of the best ones, that the police prosecutor has used when he's gone to court is frivolous, vexatious. And if the rest of the charges are similar to that, or relying on similar evidence, they're going to be chucked out of court in world record time. Now, I've just gone through the details of a rough draft of an article I'll publish tomorrow, Wednesday the 7th of January 2026. So you can go to my website, Kangaroo Court of Australia, tomorrow, and you can click on that article and I'll have a lot of links to a lot further information. Now, I'm an independent journalist and I started a campaign 5 weeks before Christmas, and I'll read that out to you. 5 weeks ago, I launched a campaign with a simple goal: find 200 new monthly supporters so I can keep doing this work as a fully independent journalist, running this site and YouTube channel without corporate backing or paywalls. Since then, 62 wonderful people have stepped up and become monthly supporters. That's the current number. That's huge. Thank you. We're now at 138 to go. If you've been enjoying the work and aren't yet supporting monthly, I'd be incredibly grateful if you consider joining them. Here's the situation. Like most independent journalists, I'm basically a one-person small business. Right now, a lot of us are feeling the squeeze, just like many small businesses and households are. To stay afloat and keep bringing you the reporting I do, I need roughly 200 more people, well, 138 now, chipping in whatever you can comfortably afford each month. Anything from $3 to $100 or whatever works for your budget makes a real difference. There's no lock-in. You can cancel or adjust it at any time. If that feels doable right now, you can see all the donations options on the donations page on my website. And there's a link to that donations page below this video on YouTube. Your support, whether it's a monthly donation, one-off donation, or just sharing my work, is what keeps independent voices like this one alive. And please do your bit and help shine a light on corruption and share this video on social media. And please hit the like and subscribe button and notification button. That way you get notified when I publish a new video. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.